Welcome to I Got a Guy podcast, a podcast carefully designed to introduce a wide range of very talented and highly skilled professionals ready to share their knowledge and advice with you. Please welcome the host of I Got a Guy podcast, Michael Drelichars. Welcome to I Got a Guy podcast. I'm your host, Michael Drelichars. Thank you yet again for being with us. We really appreciate all of our loyal subscribers. And every week we seem to get new subscribers as well. So thank you for joining us. And if this is your first time or your second time joining us here at I Got a Guy podcast, we welcome you to the family. Every week we do bring in a different guest. We talk about their business and how it benefits those around us. And it's a great way for us to get to know who's out in the market. And we really want to help these smaller businesses grow and thrive and become very productive. As many of you know, the podcast can be found at igotaguypodcast.com. It's also on all the audio platforms. It's also on Rumble and YouTube. So you can watch the podcast as well as listen to the podcast, depending on whatever floats your boat. And if you want to check out any past episodes, you can go to igotaguypodcast.com, where you'll see a list of all of our episodes, a short synopsis of each of our guests, and pick and choose which episode suits your needs. And then when you do reach out to our guests, make sure you tell them you heard about them here at I Got a Guy podcast. This podcast was born out of reading a book called The Go-Giver. Bob Burg wrote a great book, and it's really talks to how small businesses grow through giving referrals rather than getting referrals. There's a big misnomer in the industry that the best way to grow a business is by getting referrals. Well, the reality is you grow a business by giving referrals. And this book really highlights that fact. He does list off 5 laws of stratospheric success in the book. And this week, I want to focus on the law of value. And it's defined by you give more in value than you receive in payment. And I really think as you get to know our guest this week, you'll see how that lines up with her perspective and the value that she delivers to all of her clients. And you'll see how that all kind of ties together very nicely. So allow me to introduce our guest this week. We are fortunate to have Jamie Mayfield here from the GOA, Regional Business Association. Jamie, thank you for joining us this week.
Thank you so much for having me, Mike.
Absolutely. Been a pleasure to get to work with you over the years. And I'm happy to have you on here as a guest.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've been a member of the GOA, which used to be called the Greater O'Hare Association, but now it's GOA Regional Business Association.
That's correct. Yes.
But I've been a member for many years now. I think we're like 6 years in. If I remember correctly. It's been a while.
I should have checked.
Yes, you should have, but that's okay. It's been a while, and I've enjoyed getting to know you and the other folks in the office. So you guys do a really great job. It's small staff, but you guys really are focused on delivering value, which is why I picked the law of value today. But tell us a little bit about your role at the association and then about the association in general. So our listeners have an idea how you guys are unique in some ways and how you deliver your value.
So I actually started out at GOA in 2008 when I had no idea what a Chamber of Commerce actually was. But my role now is vice president and I handle membership. So basically I handle everyone coming in that doesn't know anything about GOA to those that need a refresher course or yourself that's been a member for 6 years. I would sit down with companies like you and figure out how's the membership going? What are you looking for? What are your needs? What are you currently involved in? And I kind of tailor GOA and the benefits that we offer to suit you. Good.
So your organization is really a combination of 3 different 3 different groups, right? Itasca, Elk Grove, and Wooddale.
So we run the Elk Grove Chamber of Commerce, the Itasca Chamber of Commerce, the Wooddale Chamber of Commerce, and then GOA Regional Business Association. So the 3 chambers, Itasca, Wooddale, and Elk Grove, if your company resides in any one of those 3 towns, you automatically are a member of those organizations. If you're outside of those towns, you would be a member of GOA. So GOA essentially is companies in 90 different communities, and it basically allows you to do business anywhere.
Okay, well, thank you for clarifying that, because I didn't understand that nuance. So,
Yeah,
so the GOA itself is for those that have their business outside of Wooddale, Elk Grove, and Itasca, but
correct. They
but
might
want
still
to do
want to do
business.
business with those people in those towns. And the beauty of that is when there is an Itasca, Elk Grove, or Wooddale business that wants to do business outside of those towns, they typically would join GOA. And GOA has been around since 1979. So with over 700 members, I mean, they really are coming from all areas of 90 different
Right,
communities.
right. Yeah, and I've met so many different business owners from all over the region, the area, the Chicagoland area here. Um, but they do business in the Elk Grove, Itasca, Wooddale area, or want to grow their business in that area,
Yeah.
which is frankly why I joined.
Yeah.
With our GPS tracking, there are a lot of businesses in those three communities that have a lot of vehicles, and it's a prime market for me.
For
And so
sure.
I'm happy to be able to be a member, even though I don't reside in those three
Yes,
towns.
you're a GOA member. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, yes. But I guess I just didn't realize that there's different memberships depending on where you reside, where your business resides.
Yes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the benefits that members get for being part of the association?
Yeah. So typically, the first initial interaction I have with the person, I want to grab coffee with them. I want to get to know them as a person. What is their ideas for their business? What goals do they have? What's your marketing plan? What does your networking schedule look like? How many events or how many people are on your team? And then I tailor the membership based off of that. So benefits could look anything like having access to attend our events. We have everything from educational seminars to we do a little bit with political advocacy on the business side of things. We have a stamp and seal program for our manufacturers and shippers for when you're shipping things overseas. We have a directory listing both online and um, also a print version that the Daily Herald prints for us. That goes out to over 10,000 businesses. On your online profile, you can set up your social media links, your YouTubes, your pictures, your emails, anything that's going to bring or enhance your business profile to our
Sure.
website. Your SEO is obviously going to go up when you add those things in. That all comes with your membership, as well as discounts on our marketing opportunities. We do a lot of mailings to businesses because I would say only about 20% of the membership is active within the events. There's other reasons why the companies join, whether it be the marketing plan, the certificate of origin stamping. We have a United Healthcare program that companies are really taking advantage of right now. So anybody that has one or more employee, they get significant discounts on a level funded United Healthcare program just by being a member of GOA. So
So it's sort of like a group medical plan.
correct.
Oh, that's
Yes.
interesting.
Yes, it's one of our newer benefits. It's been about a year now, but there's been a lot of interest and a lot of people inquiring because we know what benefits is a huge cost for an employer. So the fact that they can save up to 30% on premiums just by being a member of GOA, it's really attracted some people to come to us.
Yeah, that is, because healthcare just keeps getting more and more expensive, and it's so important that you can't possibly go without it. So
No,
we all have to look for ways to
yes.
to contain those expenses.
It's absolutely it's a huge perk for businesses. Not to mention, people that want to do more marketing for their company. They have the opportunity to have a free display table and a free lunch coupon to use at any of our luncheons. That's one of the benefits that a lot of companies take advantage of. Really, it's just sitting down and getting to know the needs, wants, desires. What are you struggling with, and trying to see if it makes sense for GOA at the time. So one of the great things that I like to say about GOA is we know that there's others in the area that a company would want to explore or evaluate. And
Mhm.
my role is just to help them understand what else is out there,
Mhm.
because we want to make sure that the company is succeeding. My goal and my role within the organization is just to make sure that as a business here in the greater Chicago area that you're getting business.
Right. Right. Yes. It's not just about growing your numbers, but it's about helping the businesses grow.
Yes. And building the connections in the community. I have so many friends and family members here at GOA from my 15 years of being here. And I think that goes a long way too for our members as well.
Right. Well, it definitely is. And, I don't have the opportunity to attend as many events as I'd like to because I'm in the field a lot and I have clients throughout the Chicagoland area. So we're doing installs and we're serving our clients wherever we are, wherever we need to be. So I just don't have a chance to participate as frequently as I'd like to. But what I do notice is that when I am at these events, it's almost like a family reunion.
Yeah. That's so
You
good
know,
to hear. I love that.
yeah, I mean I mean so many people, and again I've been a member for several years, so I've
Thank
met some of these people. I may not see them all the time, but when you do see them, it's like, hey, how you been? I haven't talked to you in a couple of years, and you try to reconnect with people, and it's just it's a nice common ground where so if I come to an after hours event or a lunch and where you have lunch and learns and you have your progressive luncheons.
Yes. Yep.
So I participate in some of those events, and so you can reconnect with folks and catch up and see what's going on, and it's just kind of fun. It is very very friendly. It's not we're all there to help our business, but it's not real formal and rigid.
Yeah,
Which I kind of
no,
like.
I mean, and I prefer that. I prefer someone to be themselves. I want them to feel comfortable in the room. I want them to feel like they're going into a family reunion. And it's nice to know for somebody that's been a member for 6 years. Thank you, by the way, that you're experiencing that now, even coming out as far and few between as you sometimes do. When you do come back, the fact that you're greeted and feel welcomed is what I'm aiming for, what we're aiming for. So
Yeah, great. Yeah, in fact, I just happen to have my Wednesday mornings free up a little bit. Okay, I have been committed in a networking event every Wednesday for the last several years, and just recently we shifted to a twice a month networking. We kind of pared back this Wednesday networking group, so I'm actually able to participate in ChamberNet. Why don't you tell our yeah? And you've been talking about ChamberNet to me for as probably as long as I've been around, and I haven't been able to participate. So I'm actually going to be attending tomorrow.
tomorrow you're coming?
I am going tomorrow. It's on my
Awesome. I'll
calendar.
make sure that we'll make sure that one's going to be on me if you haven't already registered, just because I'm excited that you'll be able to attend.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
have
and I'm
we have 50 right now confirmed for that event. So
okay. I am registered. I'm one of the 50. But for our listeners, tell them what ChamberNet is because you've really sold this thing. It's a big event. It's a
yeah,
regular recurring
yeah.
networking event. But tell our listeners a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's the third Wednesday of every single month. Sometimes that will have a hiccup if like we had a golf outing or something, but without fail, usually the third Wednesday of every single month at the Elk Grove Township, 7:30 in the morning till 9 a.m. Jewish Bakery in Elk Grove has provided our pastries for this event for 30 plus years. But it's open networking from 7:30 to 8. About 8 o'clock, we have everyone sit down at an assigned table. We do try and make sure not one duplicate industry is sitting at the same table.
Okay.
But you'll have about 15, 20 seconds to stand up, introduce yourself around 8 o'clock to everyone in the room, what's a good referral, what your business does. After all introductions, we do a short 5-minute break where you're able to grab coffee, meet the person at table one that you aren't necessarily sitting with, exchange those business cards. And then for another 20 or so minutes after that break, we are sitting down and diving deeper into your business with the 5 or 6 others at your table. So you'll be able to go in depth about what precision fleet tracking does in depth. You'll have like 3 minutes or so before we come back,
Yeah.
do a drawing, and you're done with your day by 9 o'clock and back at the office.
Back to work. Yeah.
Back to work.
Well, it sounds really efficient, and I am looking forward to it. And it's great. It'd be great to get in front of and speak to 50 people that many of them may not have ever met before. So I mean,
There's
I don't know how.
always new people at ChamberNet. Always, always, always. And manufacturers, they don't come too often, but they do come. And a lot of our members do want to connect with those in the industry of manufacturing and industrial space. So I always say come to ChamberNet because there are always at least one or two, depending, that you'll somewhat connect with on that industrial type business.
Yeah, and I used to actually spend it with my business at Precise Fleet Tracking. We focus on a lot on the service industry, so the contractors, the smaller trucking companies, but a lot of contractors, the plumbers, the electricians, the roofers, the landscapers, the towing operators. Those are businesses that have even just a few trucks. We can provide a lot of value. So I'm looking forward to meeting anybody that has even a couple trucks. It doesn't really matter. It's we're not.
Have you checked out the gone groups? Would be another opportunity for you to connect on those non-compete groups, because what's great about those, sometimes when you're in a gone group, you don't come to anything GOA related. So taking a visit to those groups, you'll be able to have the opportunity and meet some within those industries that you'll never find at a GOA event.
Sure. So in the gone groups, that's just your formal networking groups that. You have 3 of them now? 3 gone groups?
4. So there's 4. Greater Ohio Networking Executives. The first one started out in 1986. And some of those same people are in that gone group now. But yeah, they're non-compete. They meet every single week to build those relationships, exchange those referrals, do those transactions.
Okay, so those are more of a formal networking, non-compete networking group, like a
like a BNI, a TIP, a B2B, Vistage.
They meet how frequently? Once a week?
Once a week. Yep. I have 2 groups that meet on Thursdays, 1 group that meets on Tuesdays, and then I have a group that meets on Fridays.
Okay. And so any new member to the GOA could go and visit each of these gone groups to see.
I encourage it. Yeah. Even if you're there might be an industry like insurance, IT, benefits. Those are pretty well known and usually some of the first that are taken within the group. But if you're a new member and you even want to just have an idea of what they are, or whether you're in the same industry or not, I encourage companies to visit for sure, because you get an idea, you get to meet people you'll probably never meet at another GOA event. And who knows, maybe you will build a relationship or decide to have coffee with somebody in that group and not necessarily join it. So
yeah,
absolutely.
But, and they may have an opening for that category, because there isn't, since it is not compete. If you're in insurance and the group, maybe the insurance rep transferred out and just left the group, maybe there's an opening and you can slide in that.
Then
group.
You would say, hey Jamie, if there's an opening in that group, I want first dibs.
There you go.
Say we might have a list running. I don't know. But if not, we will put you on a list, because it's important, for us to keep that in mind too, if that opening does.
Sure.
Happen.
So how many people are in the gone groups?
Each group is different. And I tell you, and another reason why to visit all of them is because they're different personalities. You've got the super regimented and structured group, and then you have the more laid back, a little more casual, walking in sometimes in flip-flops because they just got off a plane from vacation. So it really just depends on the group, but there are different personalities and formats, so for sure.
Okay. So yeah, good. Yeah, I have attended the gone groups in the past. They all conflicted with other commitments in my schedule, so I haven't actually participated, but I did get a chance to meet those different members, and there definitely are different personalities in each group.
Yes. And if it didn't work out now, I mean, maybe something did open up for you in terms of your Tuesday, Friday, or Thursday schedule. And if that's the case, reach back out to me and we'll connect you to the groups and you can do another visit.
That sounds like a plan. That's good. That's good. Well, Jamie, we want to take a quick break here, hear from our sponsor, but why don't you provide your contact information if somebody is interested in inquiring more about GOA or the chambers? What's the best way for them to reach out to you personally?
My email is Jamie, so JAM as in Mary IE, at thegoa.com. So THEGOA.com. If you just, or you can call us at 630-773-2944.
Okay, very good. I will put that information on the screen for our viewers and in our notes for our listeners. So you can certainly reach out to Jamie and inquire and get more information about how you might participate and realize and enjoy some of the benefits that the GOA has to offer. So thank you for that. We're
Thank
taking a
you.
quick break. We'll be back in a second or a minute or so, and then we'll continue talking about some of the successes that you've had and some of the fun things you've been able to do, some of your fun events. So we'll be
Great.
right back. Thank you for listening to I Got a Guy podcast. I hope you're getting a lot of knowledge from this week's guest. But now a word from our sponsor. Precise Fleet Tracking Solutions works with business owners that own commercial vehicles. We help these business owners enhance their growth and profit through the use of GPS tracking technology. Specifically, Precise Fleet Tracking Solutions is known for three key principles. First, we are very knowledgeable in the field of GPS tracking and working diligently to learn more every day. Second, we are accessible. We do not hide behind a toll-free number, and we do not have any overseas call centers. We know our clients personally, and we're extremely committed to serving all of our clients as we'd want to be served. And third, we are responsive. We deliver our GPS units promptly and work diligently to install as quickly as possible. Precise Fleet Tracking Solutions is consistently striving to exceed our clients' expectations. You can learn more about Precise Fleet Tracking Solutions at precisefleettracking.com or call us at 847-865-6008. Precise Fleet Tracking Solutions. We make GPS tracking simple. Now, back to the show. Okay, we are back. I am Michael Drelichars, host of I Got a Guy podcast. Thank you so much for being with us. This week, we are fortunate to have Jamie Mayfield with us from the GOA, Regional Business Association, which is and also the Elk Grove, Itasca, and Wooddale Chambers of Commerce. Jamie, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Been enjoying the conversation thus far, and getting to know some of the unique benefits with being a member of the GOA. And over the years, you've done some really pretty interesting events.
Yes.
I want to share with our listeners a little bit about some of the unique one-off events you do, maybe once a year events.
Yes, we have quite a few annual events throughout the year. We have so far this year had our tasting room event. That's Elk Grove's signature event. So anyone is welcome, open to the public. That's always around March timeframe. We have a golf outing, usually the third week in June every year. That's 144 golfers, 18 hole sponsors. Mm-hmm. We have a lip sync battle or a dueling pianos event that will switch on and off depending on the year, but that is an Itasca signature event, usually in the fall timeframe. We have a business to business expo. This year it's in September. We have about anywhere from 70 to 100 different small business owners on display. Also,
where is that going to be located?
It's going to be at the Elk Grove Park District this year. Okay, September 19th will be the date.
Okay. That's open to the public as well?
Yes. So we advertise through AM 560, The Answer, Daily Herald, different chambers of commerce. It's open to the public. Anybody's welcome to walk through, and please do to support our businesses. And it's a wide range of businesses, everyone from your Nicor Gas, your ComEds, to the mom and pop restaurants, to the insurance. The whole gamut is there.
Sure. Yeah. I've been to that event many times. That's an awesome event.
Thank you. Yeah. We have a summer barbecue, good old bags tournament, local brewery, some local cuisine, and just a relaxed outdoor summer event. We are going to be moving our office to this year, so we might even do an open house. That is going to be a one-off event as well. But our biggest, in terms of networking side, would be our holiday luncheon. That's December 6th this year. It's always at the Belvedere Banquets, compliments of Belvedere. We do have an open bar. They're a great partner of ours. But that one would bring about 300 businesses, everyone from Itasca, Elk Grove, Wooddale Board of Directors, our GOA Board of Directors, and just the membership, our new members. There's table displays, there's entertainment. That's always the one that most people look forward to. Yeah,
I've been to several of those, and the holiday party is a lot of fun. The Business Expo I find to be really beneficial from a perspective of meeting new businesses and or reconnecting with businesses maybe that I've forgotten about. It's just really that is a well attended event, but well organized as well. And
thank you.
Such a variety of businesses represented there. It's not just one vein. It's not just because you have marketing companies and, like I said, restaurants and some service companies there and professional
really
services.
It's not like the fishing expo where it's all fishing related or HVAC related. It's truly just a wide industry. Uh, just tons of people in all different industries for sure. We just actually had a job fair too. I forgot to mention at Harper College a couple weeks back. We had a good 45 businesses there as well.
Yep. I attended that with my daughter a couple years ago when she was just getting ready to graduate college. So yeah,
Oh
that
yeah,
is
the
that's a
local
good
high
event.
school one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great event as well. And but yeah, so you guys you do your normal week in and week out events. You have your after hours events with certain businesses, but
Yep.
then you have these one off events. So you're a pretty full schedule.
Yeah.
So
So on average, there's 4 to 8 events monthly. Without fail on our calendar, you'll always see a luncheon, which is the second Wednesday of the month. Chamber Net Breakfast, the third Wednesday of every month. Our business after hours is the fourth Thursday of every month. The luncheon location changes and the formats change. And our after hours host always change because it's a member company that hosts appetizers, drinks. That's the most casual in terms of format as well.
right.
Then on a bi-monthly to quarterly basis, we do a health series. We do educational seminars, whether it be labor and employment related, IT related, marketing related. Some of your guests on a previous podcast have also been speakers at GOA events as well. So a wide variety every single month. It's always changing, and we're always planning something. Right now, we're planning already for December, and it's only June 18th. So.
Well, that's it is amazing when you think about how fast the calendar flips. But thinking of we're recording this on one of the hottest days of the year, and thinking about December.
Yeah, doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah. But the interesting thing is, if you don't do that, you end up you're behind the eight ball. So you really have to plan your things 5-6 months in advance, I'm sure.
Yes.
But you've been doing it for so many years that it's almost like on autopilot, right? You have to work very hard at that, right? It just kind of happens.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
sure.
teasing. I'm just teasing. I'm just
Sure.
teasing.
I mean, I have had all of the. I have had. I've worn a lot of hats, so I have been the one that planned the events and done the membership and all of that. But luckily, we have a great team in place that we have those people, and it's right after this we're doing a staff meeting and planning for the next. So
Yeah. Well, and it is amazing that you do have a pretty lean staff, and there's just a handful of you there, but you get a lot done.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
organized, and everyone's very focused on what they're doing, and you do a great job at it. I've
Thank you.
been a member of other organizations, other business associations, and they all have their strengths. But I have found that the GOA has been just a real comfortable place to participate. And
Thank you.
like I said before, I don't participate as much as I'd like to participate, but it's not because I don't want to. It's just that I'm swamped, and which is a good problem to have. I mean, it's all about growing my business, and
Yeah.
and I work very diligently at that. But I also understand that if you if you don't continue to network, you end up going backwards. You have to continue to grow and move forward and meet new people, because
Yeah.
otherwise the business gets stagnant. So it's a balance, and every business has to find what their cadence really needs to be.
Right.
You have some
Well, and
members.
I want to help companies with that. I have companies that don't want to go to any networking stuff, but they want their name out there. So it's like we have a bi-monthly mailer. Make sure that it's in there at least 3 of the quarters of the year, and touch base with me if there's somebody that you see on our directory that you want an introduction to. Reach out. I mean, some companies don't want that emailed introduction, but other times they do. So as long as there's open communication of how successful or unsuccessful it is right now, like we can always change that. We can work on that. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, recently we actually filmed a Meet a Member Monday, where I was fortunate to be a guest, and I was thrilled
yeah.
to have that opportunity, and I can't wait for that to be produced and published. And and hopefully my phone rings off the hook after that.
Fingers crossed.
That's right. But the key is you have to keep trying new things, be innovative, and not everything's going to work for every business. There's no one size fits all here,
Yeah.
So that's why I really appreciate the fact that you folks are so broadly covered. You kind of you really have thought this out very well, and you have enough to keep everybody kind of interested, and it fits differently for each business.
I have to thank my boards and even some of my newer members or like the guys that have been around a couple of years. I like to hear the success stories from our members and
Hmm.
our board. I mean, our board of directors are the ones that run the organization. So as much as our staff is great, the only way that we're successful is by hearing from our members, that are board members, that what works for them or what's not working out. And
Yeah,
I'm so thankful that we have 5 great boards that give us their opinions, and we're ever changing and always trying to stay, with the times.
yeah,
2024.
yeah. Well, that's a lot to keep track of too, right? All the different board meetings and making sure you're getting all the feedback.
It is. It's a lot, and to do something with that information too.
Right,
But we don't just hear it; we have to do something about it.
right. You have to be creative and
Yeah,
constructive.
right.
Well,
That's how
good.
the lip sync battle came about. I mean, how many chambers of commerce have a lip sync battle and can turn it into networking?
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. And you've done that for several years now, right? 3 or 4 years.
4 years. Yeah, yeah.
Have you done the chili cook-off again?
We have not done a chili cook-off, but my son keeps telling me I need to do it again too. So maybe we'll put it on the calendar. It was a big event. Yeah, I'm not a
Yeah,
chili fan, but it definitely created a lot of buzz and a lot of talk. So who
yeah. I
knows?
think I actually participated in that, and it was interesting. Well, first of all, with chili, there is no one recipe. There's
Yeah,
such a wide variation of individuals' interpretation of what a good chili is, which it feeds everybody a little differently. But it was fun. The competition amongst the members that are participating, the trash talking back and forth. It was really fun. It was all good-hearted.
builds
Um,
very
yeah,
well,
it really did build a lot of camaraderie, and it was fun. And then we got to decorate our table with certain, however we want to decorate it. It was just really interesting event. So I would love to have you bring that back if there was an
you're
opening
gonna
in your
bring
calendar.
back the. Would you bring back the same chili recipe or would you mix it up?
I might do it a little differently, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Were you a beans or no beans chili?
beans.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah. But I
Gotcha.
put a lot of meat in my chili too.
Do
But
you?
yeah. I've been making the same chili recipe for years, and I do tweak a little bit here and there. But yeah, I probably do the same similar recipe.
Did you win a trophy or were you crowned? Did you win any
No, I didn't. I should have. I think there was a miscount. I wanted a recount, but no, I didn't win it. But a number of people had expressed their appreciation for it. So
Yeah.
it was all fun. It wasn't about winning the trophy though. It was about
Yeah.
having fun and doing something I'm passionate about. I enjoy cooking like that, and I also enjoyed cooking in Rib Fests. So Rib Fest isn't being held in Naperville. Maybe it should be at the GOA this year.
So it's
There's
funny,
a
we attempted to do a rib cook-off with our summer barbecue one year, but we weren't getting as many submissions and it was kind of difficult to do they cook on site? Do they, the
right.
whole logistical thing was a little bit of a challenge. So, but I'm open
Yeah,
to it. And we did do a hot wing challenge as well a couple of years back, I think during the pandemic. So always open to new ideas. And if there's anything else that you feel passionate about cooking and want to bring into as a competition, let me know.
yeah. I just think I appreciate the fact that you guys are open and creative and willing to try new things. They don't all have to work, but you
No.
got to give it a shot. And maybe it fits, maybe it doesn't. But if you make a couple of new connections, people have some fun. It's all good.
And it was worth it. It was worth it. The whole idea is just bringing people together to have a relaxed but comfortable time. getting to know others in the community and building those relationships.
Right. Well, and ultimately that's how businesses grow. It's not about you don't have to be always on point delivering your presentation. You can get to know people on a personal level, and then through that conversation get to understand how they work. And you may not need their services directly, but you may know somebody that could utilize those services. So by building those relationships at a personal level, it's a little different, and frankly, the referrals come across better that way,
I agree. Yeah,
as
I don't
opposed
like
to just being
stuffy.
rigid.
Don't be stuffy. Yeah, no, GOA is never. I mean, I would like to think that we're not a stuffy group, and yeah, come by, relax, have a cup of coffee, and if you have any issues with even walking into a room full of people you don't know, like I feel like between myself, our ambassadors, our board of directors, we do try and make sure that you're being introduced and feeling welcomed. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, I will tell you that I every now and then I get a call from Jim Grassetto. Just great
well,
guy,
he is. He's great. He's a good
but
guy.
just kind of out of the blue. Hey, how you doing? Haven't seen you. How you been?
Yeah, that's
And,
good.
and, and it's that kind of stuff that really takes it to a personal level,
Yeah.
and that's how businesses grow, especially for those of us that serve our customers locally. And we're not. Not all about shipping out widgets as much as you can, but it's about serving the local community.
Well, and
And
Jim Grisato, I mean, he's a realtor. So just him reaching out to you, it's not like he's not somebody that would refer a ton of business your way or anything like that. But he
right,
has been a member of GOA for 30 years. He's known a lot of people. So the fact that he's still reaching out and you're still taking his call and you know him, I mean, there is still potential there because you just don't know who someone knows.
right, right. But even if it doesn't directly result in business, just having a conversation with him, he's a great guy to chat with.
He's a great guy to chat with. I agree.
So you really can't lose in that situation.
No, no, because you're
So
meeting in your, and who knows, maybe you're in the market to buy a house one day, or you need your house appraised, and you know a guy, and he's a great one to ask. So
right, no doubt. And so anyway, it's just kind of fun, and that's and I stuck with you guys through the pandemic, and you did things differently during the pandemic than other associations.
yeah,
You were very creative, and that it was important. You did some online networking. I can't remember the platform that we did, but it was like almost like speed networking. You're on the
yes,
screen.
you went into a bunch of different rooms. Yeah, yeah, through
You
Zoom.
guys, you thought out of the box during that situation, because that was not the time to, as a business owner, you could not sit back and just, you know, wait it out. You had to keep working. You had to keep marketing your business. The fact that
Yes, yes.
we couldn't mingle as much, it was secondary. So that
Well,
was really
and thank you for that. We had to. I mean, all of our businesses, we were losing businesses at that time too, because what's the first thing you're going to cut is a marketing budget, and we had to make sure that we were listening to our community and our businesses and trying to
yeah.
stay ahead of that curve. So
Well, yeah, I happen to be in one particular group, and they wanted to change the time of the meeting because people wanted to sleep in, and I'm like, no. If you're in business and you're trying to grow your business, even
no
though it's a
sleeping.
pandemic, this is not the time to sleep, and this is the time you get up early and you work a little harder. So
Yeah,
I pulled out of that group, but I made sure I stayed committed to the GOA and all those events because um, that was not the time to pull back on marketing. So
yeah,
and my business was brand new at that point. I did my first installs in 2019, so I was really pretty green at that point, and I needed the help of the GOA to make some connections. So
yeah.
that's the really, I guess the bottom line is that's really the point of the GOA is to help foster those connections, and it happens over time.
And thank you for continuing that membership, and thank you for continuing to be active, whether that be every month or every 3 or 4 months. Like the fact that you're keeping that communication open and even trying to change your approach a little bit. Maybe you can't go to the events, but let's do those Meet a Member Mondays and those other things
Yeah,
that you have as a member and take
yeah.
advantage of that. So thank
Well,
you.
and Yeah, and thank you for that. But the thing I also realized is that being a member of an association like the GOA, it's a two-way street. You get out of it what you put into it. And so because I've been so busy, I had questioned whether I should continue my membership, frankly. And I said, wait a minute,
Yep.
it's not the fault of GOA. It was the fact that I haven't been as active. And so I did some self-reflection and realized that I need to do a little bit more. I need to work a little harder to get more out of it, because you get out what you put into it.
Mhm. Yeah.
And so I continued to continue my membership, and make a personal commitment to do more with the GOA.
Well,
So
Mike, you have my info, so reach out to me if I ever
always,
you
always,
ever
I do
need an
appreciate it.
advocate.
I do appreciate it, and to our listeners, hopefully you're benefiting from this conversation as well. And if you're considering participating in a association to grow your business, this is one you need to consider. Even if you don't reside in Elk Grove, Itasca, or Wooddale, you can still be a member of the GOA, still benefit from some amazing businesses in the area. You said you have about 700 members.
That's correct.
That's an
90,
amazing
90 different communities.
90 different communities. And it's pretty much all local here in the Chicagoland area.
Correct. Pretty
Okay.
much for the
And
most part.
yeah, and we do reach folks outside the Chicagoland area, but a majority of our listeners are coming from this area. So I would hope that many of them would want to reach out and inquire a little bit further. But so Jamie, why don't you? We're going to wrap this up here in a minute or so. But why don't we share again your contact information? What's the best way for someone to reach out to you? You prefer email, phone, text? What do you prefer?
Email. I mean, I prefer you just get a hold of me. So Jamie at thegoa.com, THEGOA.com. 630-773-2944 is our phone number. You're more than welcome to go to our website, which is www.thegoa.com. You can browse the different events, my contact information, our board of directors are on there as well. And whether you want to come out to an event or grab a cup of coffee with me, I look forward to meeting everyone. So
Great. You drink a lot of coffee, don't you?
I do. It's a habit, but I do.
That's great. That's great. Well, Jamie, you've always been a ray of sunshine, always smiling and happy, and doing your part. So I really appreciate it, and I enjoy getting to know you further and further throughout the years. So thank you for
And
always
thank you for
doing
this opportunity to have this platform to sit down with one of my members and also share about the GOA. Thank you.
that. Yeah. It's all about helping small businesses grow. I really firmly believe that our country and our economy is really built on fostering the growth of small businesses. And I love small businesses. Most of my clients are small business owners. And so I want to help them grow. I want to help all small businesses grow, as well as my own small business. So we're all in this together. And
Yeah.
so this is just my way of giving back and helping promote that passion that I have, because I really believe that this is how we're all going to just prosper in general.
We got to
So
help each other out. We got to help all of us little guys out for sure.
that's right. That's right. And maybe we all become bigger businesses in the process. Maybe we stay small business, but as long as we're enjoying ourselves and we're able to support our families, it's all good.
It's all good. We still want that vacation time. So
That's
hopefully we
right.
can have that.
That's right. That's right. So, well, again, thank you. And as we close out, I'm going to throw a quick little plug in for Precise Fleet Tracking Solutions, which is my day job, which is how I do pay the bills. Um, Precise Fleet Tracking Solutions works with business owners that own commercial vehicles. We help these business owners enhance their growth and profit through using our GPS tracking technology. So if you own commercial vehicles and you're curious about where your drivers are throughout the day, or are concerned about their safety, we have solutions that can help. We also do a lot with protecting assets that have been lost or stolen. We've helped a number of companies recover assets that have been stolen, and it's really, really important nowadays. More and more, it's happening more and more, and we've got to fix that. But in the process of fixing it, we've got to help these business owners and enhance that part. So if you have any of those concerns, I encourage you to reach out to Precise Fleet Tracking Solutions. Our website is precisefleettracking.com. That's precisefleettracking.com. Or call us at 847-865-6008. 847-865-6008, and we'll have a conversation. So thank you again for that. And Jamie, thank you so much for being with us this week. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow at ChamberNet.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
And I can't wait. It's been a long time waiting to get to that event.
Yes.
But take care. Best of luck to all of you, and to our listeners. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to talking with you again next week.
Thank
make
you.
it a great week.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you for listening to I Got a Guy podcast. For past podcasts and more information, go to igotaguypodcast.com. That's igotaguypodcast.com. Please share this podcast on your social media feeds and tune in again next week to I Got a Guy podcast.